Good morning. Okay, getting my bun all together here. Buns of steel. Yeah, no, that's not what kind of yoga workshop this is. So, but it is one of self-love. Got my red on and everything. Got my red scarfy, McScarf is berry. That's fun. Got my red lipstick. Mwah! Yeah, so you will need a couple of yoga blocks and a blanket, like a thin blanket, or if you have like a yoga block that has that little curve, that unblock. I forgot to bring mine, but anyway, so that's what you'll need today for this practice. Let's see what else. It's about 4 minutes too. So I'm going to have a couple of sips of my decaf coffee. Mmm. Nom 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 noms. Let's see, make sure we're all centered up here. Pretty good. Yeah, good. Oh, just arriving here. I was looking online and it said about you can use your webcam for sound baths. So I'm curious. A little right there. Let's see, where's my heart chakra? Yep, that's you. So we'll see if you guys can hear it at all. And if you can, cool. And if not, okay, because it's not going to be a big part of the practice or anything. Just kind of seeing what happens right here. Oh. Okay, if you can hear that, or if you can't, put it in the chat. I enabled comments, so. I also have a little cacao paste in my coffee this morning. Cacao is great for, heart opener. You'll have cacao circles and things, and it's not cacao powder, it's cacao paste. It comes in like wafers or chunks, blocks, bricks. So good. Me and my youngest son decided that it's the little things. So with self-love, I've got new fuzzy socks on because I just love socks. Let's see. And anyone who can't make it live, this will be up and available like Sunday-ish. Taking a physiological sigh, inhaling twice, inhaling one inhale done in 2 parts. So it's so open mouth exhale, inhale done in 2 parts. Once more, inhale, 2 parts. Open mouth. Yeah, so ever since I've been doing that physiological sigh, is what Andrew Huberman calls it, I've noticed that I've done it more naturally now too. Okay. Well, I'm showing that it is now 8:31. So namaste, yogis. I see you. And even if I don't see you live, I see you when you're watching this and doing this practice. So, welcome to your practice of self-love. Until you like fully love yourself, you can't truly give your love to another. So this practice is all about opening up through the shoulders and heart center, really letting this anahata, heart center, really shine in contact. So we're going to be doing, excuse me, already things are moving for me. So we're going to be doing just a little bit of breath to warm up here. Yeah. And so just finding a tall seat. I have on my channel like pranayama fundamentals. I don't always say to take a tall seat. So I'm sitting up on a bolster so that my knees are lower than my hips. Yep. So, and then my ankles are just sort of crossed. So I'm not even in Sukhasana. Like Sukhasana is like that crisscross applesauce, see where your ankles sort of cross under you. I have my ankles out beside. See how they're beside and the ankles just sort of line up, or your heel kind of lines up with your ankle. So that's how I like to sit. And my hips, see, are higher than my knees. So a tall seat, you can sit on a yoga block, you can sit on a bolster, but we're just going to start with just a little bit of breathing here. So you can certainly put your hands on your torso and just start to close down your eyes, finding your breath, breathing in through your pelvic bowl, tall spine lifting up through the crown of the head, soft jaw, soft eyes. Good. And we're going to be chanting here Aham Prema. And Aham Prema simply means I am love. So join me in a few minutes of chanting Aham Prema. And we'll take a breath in and then chant it, and then a breath out. And so for this practice, I encourage you to bring your hands to heart center, nestle in your backs of your thumbs right into your sternum there. Just really push your hands together if that feels good, or keep your arms soft. So choice is yours in how to hold at heart center. Or you may just want to have your hands here. So just check out what feels right for you. And we'll just chant here for a couple of minutes. I'm looking at my timepiece here. Aham Prema, 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 Prema, Aham 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 Prema, Prema, Aham Prema, Prema, Aham Prema, Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, 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 Prema. And just sit with that vibration, that message. I am love. Yes. Coming awake back to this space, maybe rubbing your hands together, creating a little heat and friction. You're welcome to put that heat, energy, love that you're creating from your hands anywhere at all. Oftentimes I'll put them over over my eyes, but today I'm just going to put them right over heart center, anahata. Ah, good. I keep noticing my bun is all skewed. All right. So I'm not sure how many minutes of chanting that was. You know how it goes here. So let's go ahead and come up off of our knees here. Just kind of sway your hips from side to side, just bringing a little motion into the ocean. Now, motion into the hips, maybe extending back through the foot, just sort of stretching calves here. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Just I had this yoga teacher, she would say, nothing fancy yet. I love that. So just moving, just straightening legs out, letting hips sway, all of that. Yeah, so all good. Maybe some cat cows here. So exhaling, chin tucks to chest. Inhale, look up, stretch up, let your belly drop. Feel that stretch maybe through that front of the abdomen. Moving with your breath, and maybe you start to sort of inhale and you rock forward. Exhale, a little modified sort of child's pose here. Just whatever feels good. Moving in through the shoulders, the wrists, spine. Yeah, little organic movement here, sort of swaying side to side. Good. Maybe some hip circles. Always with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling free to linger in any areas that may feel sticky. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, circling back. Oh, feels so good. One more. Good. Go ahead and come up off of your hands and knees. Maybe shake your wrists out a little. Maybe reverse prayer. Just letting the wrists enjoy some movement here. Maybe some wrist circles, a belly dance. I've belly danced on and off throughout my life, and I'm currently back in. And these are called floreos. How beautiful the wrists and the hands can be. You can reverse floreo. Yeah. So just some circles, but it can be beautiful, right? All right, good, good. So most people know thread the needle. It's where we have our arms up here and then we thread it down here. So we're going to be doing sort of a variation of that. It's called sleeping owl. So if you want, you can just go ahead and come down to your belly. And now we're going to have one hand that comes under. So palm is facing up and the other arm. So I have my right arm that's under me right now, and then my left arm is going to come to the front here, and we're going to rest your head. Just rest your head right in on the mat. You can use you can use a block if you need to. So this whole thing is a shoulder closer. So oh yeah, the block feels much better. So for me, so just let the weight of your body, let your hips be equal. Hips are equal. Try the block. Try it without it. See what feels good. Yeah, I need a little bit of a block. I like to have different size blocks. And my thinner block is up on my shelf. So that's helpful to have it there, right? Self-love, Jamil. What is this criticalness? So just go ahead and feel the sensations in your right shoulder. Let your left shoulder sort of stretch out. Let your hips be equal. I'm noticing that I have a tendency to sort of roll onto my right side. So I'm really pushing down through my left hip to kind of keep my weight balanced. Oh, audible sigh, welcome at any time. I can still hear that mantra through my mind. Aham Prema. Yeah, that's beautiful. Nada yoga is yoga of sound, and there's 4 layers of sound. There's the audible sound, then there's the whisper, and then the mental sounds, like of thoughts or things you hear going through your mind, bits of a song or conversations you've had that you replay over and over. And then the 4th layer of sound is called anahata. And even though it's the same word of the heart center, heart chakra, it just means the unstruck sound. Good. So go ahead and let your left hand kind of come up under you. Let your right arm come out and just rest your arms at a cactus here. Just resting, letting that shoulder sort of be neutral here. Yeah, good. And then lifting up, I'm just kind of sitting up on my right elbow, and then now I'm going to slide my left hand under, palm is facing up. I have my yoga block for my forehead, and then I'm going to stretch through my right extended arm. So again, make sure your hips are not letting yourself go over to the left, but tucking that left shoulder under your body and then letting your hips sort of be pressed down to the right. So trying it with or without the yoga block. Yeah, that cuts off my throat chakra too much. Hips are equal. Relax into the shape. Relax what doesn't need to work. Soften what doesn't need to work. Maybe you're also hearing Aham Prema. I am love. What a beautiful thing to say to yourself. To remind yourself that you are love. You are awareness, having this bodily experience. Hmm. You might notice one side is different than the other. Totally okay. Sleeping owl. If your mind drifts to to-do lists or later on today or yesterday, just bring it right back to the current present moment. You can hear that mantra, or maybe you bring your attention to your breath. Maybe you notice any tightness that you're holding. Let your awareness go there, and with no judgment, just bring some softness. And you might even notice that as you become aware of areas of constriction, that they'll just naturally soften right on their own, just with your kind attention. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. And coming out of it gently, letting that right arm slide in, and maybe this time just let your hands sort of come up by your side, palms are facing up, forehead's just resting on the mat. Maybe wiggle hips from side to side, bringing a little movement into your low back. Maybe you bend your knees and windshield wiper. Yeah, good. Relaxing into that. Coming up on hands and knees now. I'm gonna scoot the put the quarter back there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and just come on up. Let's do some shoulder rolls here. Just moving through the shoulders, extending out and coming in. One arm over the other, doesn't matter which. Walk your fingers up onto your shoulder blades and then let your shoulders come down away from your ears. Just stretching in through the shoulder. Maybe you can even feel it in your low back. Just notice what's happening here. Now take note of which arm is on top. Who's on top? Who's on first? It's not a joke. So from here, so my right arm is on top, so I'm going to remember that so I can bring my left arm on top. Squeeze shoulder blades together, really extending out, opening up, and then other arm, whichever it is for you, walking fingertips onto shoulder blades and then letting the shoulders come down away from the ears, lifting up through the crown of the head. Yeah, good. Wonderful. Good. Arms come apart. Squeeze together. Good. I keep seeing my bun going to one side and it's maddening. Self-care. What's happening, bun? Okay. So sleeping owl, let's go ahead and roll shoulders a little bit more. I didn't say you would need a strap, and so we're not going to do this a lot. I like to enjoy a strap with this, and I almost always have a like a scarf with me, but you don't have to. So just go ahead and clasp your arms, your fingertips together, and see if you could just straighten out through your elbows, just bringing some stretch right into the front of that shoulder. Yeah, just feeling this, letting your shoulders come down, slide down your back body. We're going to be here just for another few breaths. Good. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and bend elbows, and it doesn't matter which one you do first. And just kind of grab your forearms here, and then just let your shoulders again slide down away from your ears. And I'm noticing as I'm turning to make sure y'all can hear me, I'm noticing how good this feels to just sort of move my neck. So I'm looking over my left shoulder. That was probably several breaths. And now I'm going to look over my right shoulder. So you might even feel how your back body fascia, how that's all connected. So even though the shape is with our arms, just by moving our neck, you can have a different sensation. So once again, notice which hand is on top here, and then just switch them out, grabbing the forearms here. Oh yeah, I can tell that one's I don't do that one very often, that side. That's not my natural sort of side. So same thing, go ahead and find that shape. Let your shoulders slide down your back body, and then just look over one shoulder. And only if that feels good for you. Remember, this is all invitation, challenge by choice. They used to say that in graduate school. We were in wilderness counseling, and we did this day of challenge by choice outside. It's beautiful, really. I mean, it's a lovely way to conceptualize that you have agency, you have choices in your life, and sometimes those choices are challenging, and it's your choice. So making sure to go over the other side. Yeah, that feels really nourishing to me. I have a lot more sensation in this with this shape of my arms. So next time when I do this, or when I do this throughout my day, I might remember that this side was had a little more sensation. And so I'd want to maybe start there. So our natural tendency is oftentimes to start with what feels good or more natural or more open. And until you can bring some awareness to that, then you'll, maybe always have that side that's open. So shaking out the shoulders, coming out of that, just letting arms loose, shaking it out. Yeah, good. Maybe some big arm rolls. Ooh, that feels good. Slow this down. Ah, yeah, good. I'm going to turn around so y'all can hear me, see me. So just some nice, easy shoulder, arm circles. Yeah, good. If y'all haven't figured this out, I am really just listening to my body. Very rarely are my practices planned. I will oftentimes be intentional about the mantra that we chant, but and maybe a few asanas that I would like to include, but not necessarily. So some sun breaths here. Inhale, arms stretch up, push the hands together. Exhale to heart center. Fully exhaling. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands pushed together. Exhale to heart center. Pushing palms together. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So I'm ready to get up off of the tops of my feet here too. So now we're going to come into child's pose with praying mantis hands. So child's pose, remember you can do it either way with your legs together, big toes touch, but I oftentimes want to really open up through the hips. And this can be sort of a vulnerable shape. So if you have that blanket around and it feels better for you, go ahead and just drape that over your backside here. Yeah, so that if you want a little bit more felt sense of safety, go ahead and just drape that over there. So that way, when you come down into child's pose, you have some covering there, right? So yeah, so child's pose and then praying mantis. So you want to bring your palms together, your palm tips, the tips of your fingers together, and then just feel now how your elbows are making contact with the earth, and feel that stretch in the triceps, shoulder girdle. And remember, yogi's choice. So you don't have to do any of this. You're going to be here for several minutes. It's okay to make those micro movements. Feeling the armpits sort of open and stretch. Bringing your breath to the biggest pocket of sensation. Breathing into your body, softening, relaxing what doesn't have to work. Deepening as your body is ready. Aham Prema. I am love. In each of these shapes, think that to yourself. Let your words of self-love be your background music. That third layer of sound in Nada Yoga. Breathing deeply, letting your upper back fill, tops of your lungs expand. Yeah, good. And then just go ahead and straighten out through your arms. And now stretch your fingertips out in front of you. Come up onto your fingertips just for just a moment here, stretching in front. And now bend your right elbow and just walk your left arm over. Let your forehead just nestle in the crook of your right elbow there, just stretching lateral here. We're moving into Banana Asana in just a moment. So just starting to warm up through the side body here, opening through the rib cage. Yeah, good. And then back through center, stretching out through the fingertips, lifting up, and then bending the left elbow, letting the forehead rest in that crook, and stretching out through the right side body, coming up on your fingertips if that feels good. Breathing into that side body. So good. Oh, that is so fantastic. Great. Coming up out of child's pose. Ooh, I am ready to get off of my knees. How about y'all? Yeah, so just go ahead and stretch out through the legs again if you want to. Yeah, those knee joints are feeling it, ready to be off of there. So let's just move into some banana asana. So remember, banana asana is just making a C or a banana shape with your body. So we're coming into supine. Can y'all see me? Okay. Okay, yeah. Coming into supine, just laying on your back. Go ahead and walk your, actually, let's go ahead and just windshield wiper here just for a moment. Just bringing some movement into those hips. Yeah, my body wasn't quite ready to banana yet. Wanted some windshield wipers. So stretching out through the legs now, walking your right leg over to the right and your left leg to follow it. I like to hook my big toes together so our hips are staying on the ground. And then I like to push into my head to walk my torso over. So you're going to extend out through the arms above you and then push into your head to walk your body over. You see that? And then let your right hand grab your left wrist. So push down through that left hip. Sacrum is on the ground, shoulder blades on the ground, and bring your eyes to look to the right for several breaths, and then maybe even to look to the left for several breaths. Audible sigh is always welcome. Be here for, I don't know, 10-ish breaths. Maybe eyes are to look to one side for 3 breaths, and then let your eyes look to the other side for 3 breaths. That's just a little message to the vagus nerve that we're safe. That vagus nerve is that 10th cranial nerve. Comes out of our brain, wanders down the sides of our neck, into our torso, and it also comes up into our face. And there's a lot of communication with the ocular, auricular, pharyngeal, laryngeal. So the eyes, the ears, the throat and mouth, all those nerves communicate with this vagus nerve. The vagus nerve it's a nerve pair, but we just say vagus nerve. Good. Stretching out through the rib cage, letting your breath, your prana, your life force energy, letting that expand and deepen the shape. Yeah, relaxing what doesn't have to work. Breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. My yoga teacher, Jenna Fingston in Colorado, she always says that. I just love that. Softening, relaxing, self-love, right? And the first limb of yoga, the yamas, it's ahimsa, nonviolence. You don't want to be violent with first and foremost with yourself. So pushing yourself into a shape that you're not ready for, maybe that even incorporates asthaya, non-stealing, but non-violence. Asthaya, ahimsa, aparigraha, non-greed, satya, and brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is moderation, oftentimes sexual moderation, because the yogis knew that Svadhisthana, that sacral chakra, the chakra, orange chakra that's right, located energetically at the level of our genitals and sacrum, um, that if you use that creative energy for sex, well, that's okay. You're using that for sex, but it's creative energy. And so think about all of the creation, whether it's birthing of ideas or projects at home or creation of relationships, creation of new ways within relationships. Just think about all that as just ways. So coming out of that, let go of your wrist and slide your leg over. Maybe just starfish it here for just a minute, letting your legs be out wide. Feel the difference between the left and the right sides. Woo! I can feel it. Good. And maybe just some windshield wipers. You decide if you need those or not. I'm just checking it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that right side really wants a little bit of movement there. Oh, my left side feels so good, though. All right, so same thing, other side, walking legs over to the left, hooking the big toes together. It's harder with the comfy socks on. Pushing into the earth to walk your torso over to the left, letting your left hand gently grab hold of your right wrist and softening here. Sacrum is into the earth, shoulder blades both into the earth. And now breathing into this right side body. Remember, you can breathe for several breaths with your eyes looking to the left and then looking to the right. So just telling that vagus nerve we're safe. Oh, audible sigh anytime. Yeah, good. Breathe into that right side body. Let your body open up as it's ready. Eyes looking to one side for several breaths, and then the other. Bringing your prana into that right side body. Softening what doesn't have to work. Ahimsa, nonviolence. Start with you first. Patanjali tells us in the Yoga Sutras, the outer mirrors the inner. So if there's conflict or violence in your outer world, that's probably some conflict within your inner world, your internal family, these parts of ourselves that are critical and that are loving. These polarized parts can create conflict. Oh, so good. Yeah, finish up your breath there and just let go of your wrist. Again, just sort of starfish out here. Big belly breath, let your belly expand. Yeah, good. Wonderful. So maybe some windshield wipers here. Let's see. Oh, 9/11. All right. Oh, 9/11. This practice may go over, just so y'all know. Let's do broken stick. So flip over onto your belly. Let your arms come out to a T. Maybe go ahead and roll, kind of scooch to the left edge of your mat. We're going to be rolling onto our right side. So let that right arm stay out as a T. Let your left arm work as a lever here. And then just bend your left knee. Left knee is behind your right leg. And your head can be on a mat, or if you need to be on a block, you can do that as well. So big shoulder opener. You can bend both knees. The whole point here is to stretch in through that shoulder. Wow, this is a big one. I love this one, but man, it's whew. So again, non-violence, just going right to the edge of discomfort. If you want, you can bind with your left arm, sort of reach it around. Only if that feels right for you. That's not feeling right for me for today. So just breathing into that right shoulder. This one's a biggie, guys. Broken stick, or what did I hear it called recently? I don't know. I'd have to look it up again. Starfish. That's what this is called. And see, starfish to me feels like where you're all extended out like a star. So I don't know how this is starfish. Maybe I was reading wrong. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Relaxing what doesn't have to work. That physiological sigh. Welcome at any time. My left ankle is really letting me know about it today. I'm kind of just doing some ankle circles here. Nothing fancy. She'd say, nothing too fancy. Love that. And it's funny too, because I don't think she was trauma informed. So when people were doing different variations, when she would say that, it almost felt like she was reprimanding them. And maybe that's my inner world, right? Like maybe that's how I interpreted it. But she would often call people out, not individually, but she'd say, no, 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 just let your knee bend. Nothing too fancy. If people were doing different shapes or modifications, or maybe advanced where she was. Yoga is your own practice. So so I say nothing fancy, encouraging you to just keep your movements simple and organic, but also what feels resonant with you. So I guess nothing fancy, the way I'm intending it, is just check in with yourself. Don't push yourself somewhere that you're not ready for. So I don't know. That doesn't seem to be the same spirit that she said it in. But again, that could just be my lens. Oh, so good. So to come out of it, let your legs straighten, gently roll back onto your belly. Oh, cactus arms. Let your bring your gaze to your right, and just bring your right leg up, knee up, sort of a half frog here. Just letting it's more of a counter pose. Breathing into your belly, audible sighs at any time. Yeah, really just a nice little counter pose. Counter posture or shape I usually don't say pose because even that can be triggering for people who have maybe been sexually abused with having to pose for pictures. So postures, and apologies if even me saying that, giving voice to that was triggering. So if you want, you can scoot yourself over to the right side of your mat as we're going to be rolling to the left now, bringing your left arm out 90 degrees here, or just, straight perpendicular from your torso, letting your fingertips sort of walk out, rolling onto your left side, using that right arm to push yourself over, bending through that right knee. Right foot is behind the left leg. You can bend the left leg too. So just notice what feels good. Remember, option to bind here or not. So yeah, definitely my other side was the side with the most sensation. Remember, palm is down here. I don't know how palm could be up, but I noticed, oh yeah, I guess it could. I noticed a tendency to start to roll there. So palm is down, really even pushing into that pinky edge of your hand if you'd like. Oh, physiological sigh, welcome at any time. Yeah, well, we may not go that over after all. I love this shoulder opener. It's really effortless. You're using your body weight as that leverage fulcrum. So it's really pretty easy to stretch really big. Usually for me, for shoulders, I have to grab a strap or a scarf to sort of work them like a pole. Oftentimes you'll see people with in physical therapy or at the gym with a stick or a dowel rod, just a pole in between their arms as they hold the pole and let their shoulder go through that full range of motion. You can do that with a scarf as well, or a strap, or grasping behind and holding on to that strap and letting your arms come up over, sort of in a forward fold, clasping your hands together. Ah, softening what doesn't need to work. Breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. Thank you, Jenna. A couple more breaths here. Yeah, good. And enjoying another breath or two, and then slowly rolling back prone. And now we're going to look to the left and bring your left leg up, or you can look to the right. I forget which way we did. I feel like I looked the same way last time. Hands are cactus. Just notice whatever feels good here. Ah, bringing your breath to meet the earth. A little prana, a little love to the earth. Yeah. Good. Enjoying that little counter shape. Maybe wiggling hips back and forth. Maybe windshield wipers. So for Shavasana, I would like for us to get into supported fish. And I'll take you through Yoga Nidra with that. So for supported fish, go ahead and grab your yoga blocks, and I'll show you how we want to have them set up here, okay? We want to have one that goes like this way, yeah? And then the other one like that, so like a T, okay? So this is going to go in between your shoulder blades, like this, but in the back. And then this is going to rest for your head, yeah? So you can either have it low, high, medium. I tend to keep mine sort of in the middle. So set them up like a T here. And then this is where I was saying you're going to want a blanket or an unblock, because you're going to want to just have some padding over the one in your shoulder blades. So just let your blanket sort of pad that over. And then the trickiest part is getting into this shape. So just kind of wiggle until you can feel the block in between your shoulder blades. I'm trying to see which way is going to be better for y'all. Let me go ahead and turn the other way so you can see perhaps better. So the middle block is right in between your shoulder blades. So just wiggle around until you can find that. Is that better? I'm not sure. And then this head block, let it support just the back of your head here. So wiggle around until you feel a shape that feels good for you. Yeah, does that feel better? And then let your palms just be up here, okay? So this is supported fish. You can have your legs in Baddha Konasana, bound angle if you want, or you could just let them be out here. So feeling in through this shape. Notice how open your chest might feel here now. So just feeling this little nest here. And I think y'all can hear me. So I'm going to go ahead and guide us through a Yoga Nidra while I'm in this shape as well. So about 10 minutes, we may be probably about 5 minutes over. So just know that. So even if you don't choose to spend Shavasana in this shape, totally okay. Your practice, wherever you are, whatever shape your body is in, just start to notice those points of connection between your body and what's supporting you. So maybe start at your heels, feel your legs, hips, buttocks, feel the backs of your forearms, backs of your hands. Feel the block in between your shoulder blades. Feel the block supporting your head. Feel the support. Let your eyes just fall back and down. Eyeballs just relaxing into the orbits. Jaw retracts. Let your inner ears soften. Awareness of your lips, teeth and gums, inner walls of the mouth, tip of the tongue, base of the tongue. Let your awareness fill the root of the tongue, and only if the tongue is an okay place for your awareness to rest. Filling the base or the root of the tongue with your kind attention. Notice what happens here as you soften through the mouth, jaw. You might notice increase in saliva and the need to swallow. That's body shifting to rest, digest, parasympathetic. So go ahead and keep that awareness, feeling your mouth from the inside out. Just trace that sensation down through inside your throat. Feel the idea of the esophagus and the trachea, in through the chest here, lungs and rib cage, armpits and shoulders, shoulder blades, upper arms and elbows, forearms and wrists, backs of the hands, palms of the hands, thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinky fingers. Feel both hands filled with sensation. In the space of your hands, let your awareness travel into your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Feel in through the shoulders, the torso, the rib cage, all the way around. Feel your low back, upper belly, belly button and low belly, sacrum, tailbone, buttocks, hips, upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, tops of the feet, soles of the feet, big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and little pinky toes. Fill both feet with awareness. Both feet just fields of sensation. Your whole body. Your whole body. Your whole body. Yogi's choice here to gently roll onto one side to get off of your blocks or to stay. So I will demonstrate rolling, simply rolling onto one side, removing the blocks from your space or staying on them, Yogi's choice. And then rolling back onto your back, tucking your shoulder blades under your back body. Physiological sigh. Feel the softening in whatever shape you're in. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Just count your breath here. Just down from 9. Maybe inhale 9, exhale 8. Inhale 8, exhale 7. Inhale 7, exhale 6. And continue with your breathing rhythm. Yes, and letting go of any counting. And then just bring your awareness to heart center, anahata, this whole heart centered space, 360 degrees. Bringing your awareness to heart center. And to activate heart center, I want you to bring to mind an image of someone you love or someone who loves you. And maybe this loving, nourishing image isn't of a person at all. Maybe it's of a place in nature or a memory, a time from your past. And just notice what feels good for you that really brings your heart center alive. Yeah. Notice the sensations in heart center. Notice sensations elsewhere in your body. And I'm going to just play the crystal bowl. Again, you may or may not be able to hear it. Heart center. And with this heart center activation, feel in through your heart center and really just ask your heart what it needs. What's your heart's greatest wish or mission? Your sankalpa. We didn't bring one in at the beginning of our practice. So let's bring it in now. Remember, positively phrased and in the present tense, it might be I am love, right? Aham Prema. Or it might be I am feeling love and connection more and more to myself every day. Something that it feels good for you and feels authentic for you. I am connecting with myself more and more every day. I am nourishing myself more and more every day. I am finding the love more and more every day. So easily, effortlessly, and nourishment. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to get a different microphone. So go ahead and roll to one side or the other. Coming up to a seat when you're ready. No rush. It is 9:35. I apologize for never being able to do an hour practice. I was sharing with a colleague that I can never seem to keep my client sessions to an hour either, 75 minutes or 90 minutes, because the body needs time. Yeah. The body needs time to open, to soften. Our nervous systems need time to register safety, the felt sense of safety, right? And those all can be cultivated little and often. So thank you so much for joining me today in this practice of self-love. And know that this is always available to you, it's always available. So we'll end with peace here, just chanting Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti just means peace. Inhaling. Om Shanti. 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. And so it is. Until next time, take care.